considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
We're News Radio WGNS 100.5, 101.9, 1450. Online and on your phone at WGNSradio.com. The Good Neighbor Network, FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, and online at WGNSradio.com. This is the Roundtable. A look at the news, views, politics, and people that are shaping Rutherford County.
Welcome in. It's another Wednesday on the Roundtable. Chip Walters here from Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates and the Blue Raider Network. And, man, we have been on the road with football. Started out at Alabama, then road trip to Missouri, and that was the first time in 20 years that Middle had opened up with two straight SEC opponents. And I think that year they opened up with three because there was a year in there where Middle played Alabama, Tennessee, and Kentucky all on the road to start the regular season. But home sweet home, the friendly confines of Floyd Stadium will be the site for the next couple of weekends for the Blue Raiders. Homecoming is going to be early, and today we're not going to talk about football, but we're going to talk about your experience, your game day experience at Floyd Stadium, and also homecoming. My guest today, Associate Athletic Director for Marketing, is Chelsea Floyd. Chelsea, how are you today?
Good.
Good deal. And from the National Alumni Association, Beth Dye is here. And Beth, you doing good today?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Good deal. Good deal. So got a lot of stuff we can talk about today, and we'll just kind of get it started in that, Chelsea, we were all talking out before we got started today. Matt Posey, who works in media relations, we're on the bus Saturday night leaving the stadium at Missouri, going to the airport to fly home, and he goes, Chipper, you know that over the next 7 Saturdays we only have 2 games on Saturday, and those are night games at home. So because of the Conference USA midweek schedule, which we will obviously talk about, but let's kind of dive into this week because it is the home opener. Murray State is coming in, and this will be the 70th meeting between Middle and Murray that dates back to the beginnings of both universities. Of course, Middle starting in 1911, but there is a lot of activity around campus. There's been, over the past several years, hey, we're going to be doing this, we're going to be doing this, and now we're doing this. And as a matter of fact, this Bill Blue project, which folks have heard about for quite some time, and the successful fundraising that has gone on with that to do all of this, the first piece of it was the tennis center, and that is the indoor tennis center, which when you combine that with the indoor Adams Tennis Complex, is going to give Taylor Bailey Duval and Jimmy Borndame, a great 1-2 punch as far as indoor and outdoor tennis facilities. And this thing is going to be done by the end of football season.
Yeah, we're looking at the beginning of December, and if you haven't driven past it, it is beautiful. I mean, you can already just feel it. Like the seats got put in a couple weeks ago. The courts are getting ready to start getting filled in, but it's just like you're imagining yourself sitting in those seats. Like it's a close-up, and it's high, and it's really nice.
Yeah, it is, and it's and for the spring season of 2024. That's when it'll be available, and that's when you'll see the Blue Raiders out there. Now, that footprint of that project, along with the construction staging areas, and is playing a little bit with one of the tailgate areas, which is that grassy area between the tennis courts and the Greenland Drive parking lot. Talk about for folks coming in this weekend, because RVs are going to start showing up on Thursday or Friday, and in the football game on Saturday. People are going to, it looks like the weather's going to be good, so there are going to be people tailgating all day long. How much is going to be displaced, and there are tons of options of where folks can go and kind of break ground on new tailgate areas.
Yeah, this is something we've talked about, just for the last couple of months, because we don't want to displace people, and we want to make it as seamless as possible. This is a big project. I mean, you're going to be able to see it as soon as you get to that Greenland, Middle Tennessee light. But really, we're excited to say there's not much changing that is going to affect you. Like Chip said, the Greenland lot, the RVs they're in their exact spots. There really will not be any tailgating out there on that Greenland area. If you find a little patch of grass, feel free, but you'll see the staging area. So
it's fenced off.
And it's fenced off, so you won't be able to get through it. But then coming into the stadium, you're still going to be able to access all of your gates, 1, 2, 3, 4. Gate 3 will be a little different. You'll just enter through our practice field, but we'll have walkways. We're going to increase our shuttles from livestock. So livestock lot is a free lot that I encourage our patrons to use. It's not far, and it's an ease to get out. And then Greenland lot, of course, your normal passes, but also it's a $10 parking lot. It gets you right there, and there'll be an easy walking path straight to that Gate 2 entrance, which will just move about 20 feet to your right. Yeah. But there's going to be so much signage that we've put out, and you really shouldn't be displaced.
Yeah. Beth, from the alumni office part, because you are a key communication role to get information out to alums who are coming back with these changes. And next week is obviously the big show for the alumni office, but this week, I'm sure you all are trying to get that same information out. But the duplication of efforts here can be a really good thing.
Absolutely. We have information on our website, mtalumni.com. And you can always check out the website. We're going to be at Walnut Grove, and we're going to be talking with everybody there and greeting them. And then we'll also be at the stadium and greeting everybody and just answering questions along with athletics.
Yeah. So that's going to be there's, and I think there are going to be a lot of people that will just have that in their mind. Okay, what is going to be different? And again, we've talked about this for a long time, and people can. We've gone to whatever stadium, anywhere, and when things change sometimes in your route to walking in, people are going to gripe about it. But what I think is pretty amazing is with this project, a $66 million building that's being built, the stadium's going to look a little different because there's no upper deck in the north end zone now, and all of the construction stuff is out there. This is a great problem to have, that you're moving things forward, you're building this building, and you still have really the same pathways to get in to the stadium that you had before.
Yeah, and even when you're in the stadium, it's really the same feeling, except for you can see, straight out the north, but we'll have a walk path. So where we've taken out the bleachers, you can walk across the stadium, easy to get from east to west, from the top and the bottom. So, you'll be able to still access those pathways.
You can still make a circle.
You can still make a great circle.
On
and
that
I know,
upper concourse.
And I know that's a positive about our stadium, is that you can make that circle. And, it kind of,
upper and lower level?
Upper and lower level. And one thing that we've struggled, but it's a great thing in the last 2 years, our family fun zone has got so crowded because it's such a great area. With this construction now, we're able to extend it just a little bit more to give you a little bit more room.
Yeah, now did the outdoor boxes on the north end, they've gone away. They're part of the construction project, and those people have all been rearranged, and they found new homes for those premium seats.
They have new homes, and they're on one side. They're all together. They are great. They're still going to be able to get in their Gate 3. They're going to be able to come in Gate 4. But we have been in a lot of communication with them, just making sure that, they're set and able to get what they need.
Yeah, Beth, you said you guys, the Alumni Association is going to be out in Walnut Grove. What are y'all going to have set up on Saturday? You have a big luncheon next week.
Next week, that's correct.
But this week is more informational than entertaining. Is that fair to say?
We're just kind of welcoming. We're going to be joining athletics for the Parent and Family Weekend tent that's going to be on Walnut Grove. We're sponsoring a 360 video at that tent, and we're going to be there to just welcome everybody and greet our future alumni. We can't wait to meet them, and then answer any questions anybody has, and to welcome our alumni home for the first home game.
Yeah, and so they'll be able to come over, and the 360 video is the thing where you stand on the platform and either you go around or the camera goes around. I can't remember.
The camera goes
around. That's right. And so you can stand there and, get your Slim Shady pose or whatever. But those things are really popular right now. So folks need to search you out in Walnut Grove.
Yeah, it won't be hard to miss. And as Beth was alluding, this is our parent family weekend. So we usually tend to do it a couple weeks after school started. But this is our largest that we have ever had family weekend.
Oh, really?
This tent
pre-sale of
packages. This tent, you will not be able to miss it in Walnut Grove, but that will be full of freshmen, some sophomores, their parents, their family members. We're excited to welcome over 1,500 of them to this tailgate on Saturday.
Wow, 1,500 coming to that tailgate. So, and again, home opener is always is a big day, and when I always know school's about ready to start when I drive down Middle Tennessee Boulevard, and on the Alumni House there's the Welcome Future Alumni banner over the top, and said, "Yep, it's about that time," and takes me back to the fall of 1981 which is now 42 years ago, that I moved into Smith Hall and got my first taste of middle football then, and that was Coach Donnelly's third year, and we had a 6-5 year, which at that point was the first winning season in about 10 years, and it was just on and upward from there. But so what all besides, Beth, tell me about what's going on in the tent other than just is there for folks who've registered, is there a meal involved for them, or
there is a meal, and they're going to be, are there T-shirts? You guys are handing out T-shirts?
Yep, there'll be some giveaways. Beth them are doing the buttons, and it's just going to be an area for those that have registered just to be able to share a meal with their students. But they also received a popcorn voucher that they'll be able to redeem inside the stadium.
And then they'll be able to...
I need a couple of those.
Exactly. And then they'll be able to enjoy everything on Walnut Grove. There's a lot of activities out there for kids and families and the community. So everybody is welcome. And then those who registered can be part of the parent and family tent.
Yep. Well, let's talk about if any of those families are listening right now. When you talk about parking and wherever your child might be on campus, I think that's one of the misnomers, and one of the sometimes best held secrets. Not that it's trying to be, but there is so much parking on the interior of campus that is really close to the stadium and close to the KUC, close to areas where you want to put out a picnic table and your cooler and all that. People, a lot of times, they make a beeline straight for Greenland Drive parking lot, but there's so much more as far as great spots to just park or great spots to tailgate that you can get out of campus on the other side when the game is over. There's just a whole lot there.
I say we're one of the best to do it. I mean, there's so much free parking. You don't see that a lot when there's a college game day. But, that's something that we really wanted to emphasize, to just park and be able to walk, no tickets. And also one big thing that we've implemented this year, really just to help with the parking and those kind of questions, is if you go to our website, goblueraiders.com, we now have a beautiful Game Day Central page that our communications team did. And it has a map with parking lots where shuttles run, and it looks really nice.
Yeah, and if you go to goblueraiders.com, it's going to pop up. It's called a splash page that will take you directly to all of that, and there are links for everything on there, and whether it's all the stuff that leads through the. We'll in our next segment we'll kind of go through the timeline of what's gonna happen, but to kind of give folks a tease before we take our first break, next week will be homecoming, and we'll get into all the details of that. But Beth, talk a little bit about how that has playing an early homecoming in September, with all of that goes along with that. I mean, you're having to get all this stuff done about 3 weeks before you normally do. So what kind of challenge has that been for the alumni office?
Well, we've been anticipating this ever since we heard about it a few months ago when the schedule was released. And we've just been trying to get the word out and let everybody know that it's going to be a 6 p.m. game instead of a 2:30 game as in previous years. We're still going to have our parade, and we're still going to have our luncheon. Everything's an hour later than before, but we're still going to provide the same events and traditions that we've had in the past. But we just want to let everybody know it's early this year, and we're ready to welcome everybody home.
Yep, it's going to be a big deal next week, and for the first time in a couple of years now, Middle's playing back-to-back home games. I can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun. This Saturday, 6 o'clock kickoff, Middle and Murray State, and you can hear the game here on WGNS, so take your radio to the game with you. We'd love to see you in the stadium. Chelsea Floyd, Beth Dye, my guest today, as we talk game day activities at Blue Raider football coming up. So we'll be back in just a minute.
Hey guys, if you've noticed a lack of energy, motivation, and drive, it could be low T. Schedule your health assessment at Low T Center, where they now offer the convenience of monitored self-inject at-home testosterone treatments for only $155 a month cash pay or covered by most health insurance. If you don't live near a Low T Center or just need the convenience of at-home treatment, Low T Center makes it easy to get started on treatment. Only your first 2 visits are in person. Go to lowtcenter.com now to book online. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
High prices got you down. Why not kick off your fall with $1,000 towards gas or groceries? If you join Heritage South Community Credit Union and open your first account by September 30th, you could win a $1,000 gas or grocery gift card. Now is the perfect time to learn why we say we help when others won't. Learn more at heritagesouth.org. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Insured by NCUA.
Hi, this is Chip Walters with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates. You might know me as the voice of the Blue Raiders, but I want to be your trusted advisor in real estate. Whether you're buying or selling, it's time to choose Chip. Do you have a growing family and need to upsize? Are you an empty nester now and need to downsize? Are you thinking of selling your current home but just worried you can't find something else? Well, it's time to choose Chip. I'm looking to be your trusted advisor in real estate. I'm Chip Walters with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates.
But there's a lot going on here. Entertainers come in 3 or 4 times a week. I'm Greg Shannon. Come and check out Adam's Place. Of all the places we checked, it was by far the most comfortable. People make a difference in your life. And when we first got here, they come up and said, hey, join us for dinner. They just want you to be part of the community, Just feel so welcoming.
I'm Terry Deal. Call me for more information about Adam's Place, 1927 Memorial Boulevard, across from Walmart.
Call Adam's Place today at 615-904-9111.
This is Good Neighbor Events with Bart Walker. Brought to you by the law offices of John Day and AmeriCare Pest Control.
This is a paid legal ad.
When a family member is lost as a result of someone else's negligence, the grief can be unbearable. It also leaves you with a lot of questions like, how did this happen? Who's responsible? And is my family going to be okay? That's a lot to go through, but with the law offices of John Day on your side, you don't have to go through any of it alone. We understand what you're going through, and we have the experience to get the answers, justice, and compensation your family deserves. Call the law offices of John Day.
WGNS encourages you to shop local. Patronize those local family businesses. It makes for a stronger community. There is a grief support group every Wednesday morning at 10 at the St. Clair Street Senior Center. That's Wednesday mornings at 10. And now, on Thursday mornings, a morning walk right there at the pavilion at Oakland's Park, next to Oakland's Mansion. And that's every Thursday morning at 9 o'clock. The Top Gun Night Run is this Friday night, 7:30, over at the Lee Victory Park in Smyrna. 7:30 this Friday night. The runner's fee is $50. Check with the Smyrna Parks and Recreation Department. Again, the Top Gun Night Run is at 7:30 this Friday night over at the Lee Victory Park in Smyrna. Oh, the Friday Night Market and Food Truck Festival is on the lawn at the Patterson Community Center from 5 until 9 this Friday night. And that continues through the end of this month. Remember, the Kittrell School reunion is this Saturday. We'll tell you more in a moment. Those are WGNS Good Neighbor events.
Good neighbor weather.
Mostly sunny skies here this afternoon with a high in the low 80s. North winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy, a low near 56. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki on News Radio WGNS. Currently, it's 68.
Broadcasting from the Middle Tennessee Electric Studios, MTE Sharing Change has now donated more than $11 million to local nonprofits assisting worthy causes in our community. MTE, serving to make life better since 1936.
This is the Roundtable from News Radio WGNS on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, and worldwide at WGNSradio.com.
It is a college game day weekend as Middle Tennessee will host Murray State on Saturday, and the hometown team will be in Floyd Stadium for the first time this season and the first time since the week before Thanksgiving last year. And Chelsea Floyd is here representing athletics. Beth Dye from the Alumni Association, and we're in our final segment. We're going to spend that entire last segment on homecoming week next week and going through all the activities and schedule that's going to happen. But Chelsea, to kind of preface the game day timeline for this Saturday, we have to kind of go back when fans were asked to participate in a committee to talk about game day experiences and bring ideas to the table. So kind of give me a little synopsis on how that happened, how that went, and what were some of the results?
Yeah, so back last July, we decided that we wanted to do a fan experience committee where their voices could be heard and they could give us suggestions. And our idea was that they would go experience the games. They're season ticket holders. They're ones that are single game holders, ones that are BRAA donors, some that are not, some that are student leaders. And they were able to apply, and we selected around 16, along with 3 athletic staff members. We met 4 times and then did a retreat about a month ago, and we put all of our stuff together that we've talked about.
So what this is saying is, I mean, this was not just lip service.
No.
This was getting involved, people rolling up their sleeves and saying, game day was already pretty good, but this was to make it even better, more fan-friendly, more family-friendly, all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, and it wasn't just football. I mean, we talked baseball, we talked men's and women's basketball, but yeah, a lot of our basis was what they liked at football, what they didn't like at football, and athletics getting dirty and being like, okay, we're going to fix it. We're going to listen to you. And so we came with a game plan, and we let them know, these are the things that can be fixed for one season, and we just wanted to let them know that their voices were heard.
So let's take it from Joe Fan arriving at campus and how the outcome of these meetings with the Fan Experience Committee, what is that fan going to notice as they approach campus?
I think one thing we can all agree on is when you come up to our campus, you don't really feel a game day sometimes. You see the RVs, you see the parking lot, but you don't see blue and white. you don't see our colors. And so we have got some feather banners. I mean, they're going to line the streets for Middle Tennessee all the way down to Maine.
It's game day.
You're going to know it's game day. There's yard signs right now, external, internal, that say it is game week. We wanted to get that feel that when you get to that red light in that corner where you start to see that football stadium, you know there's a football game happening.
Yep. And again, this week's will be at 6 o'clock. And let's say Joe Fan opts to park at the Livestock Center, which will be free parking. And he says, now how do I get into the stadium from here? How do I get over there? And so there's going to be signage there as well in those type of areas, correct?
Yeah, so, something else that we heard was, Livestock is a great option. It's a huge parking lot, and it's not far, but any person that comes for a single game basis, you don't really know how to get to our stadium. So we are going to have signs that lead you to Livestock on one side once you park and start walking back towards the campus, or riding a shuttle, there is signage getting you to the stadium. So it's a front back. It's getting you to Livestock, then it's getting you to Floyd.
So you can either walk, or there will be shuttles, free shuttles going between the Livestock lot and Floyd Stadium, which if you got that arthritic knee like I've got and want to jump on the shuttle, it will pick you up right there, a few steps from your car, and drop you off where?
Yeah, so there's big feather banners. I mean, you'll see them that says parking shuttles or game day shuttles, and it will bring you straight to the stadium. It will bring you through our new gate 3, but it'll be a route that you're not going far at all to get to your seat.
Right. Now, once you, and kind of part of the parking is, okay, I got to get in, I got to have a ticket, and we encourage you to purchase tickets in advance at goblueraiders.com/tickets. It is, the venues at Middle are now all digital tickets, which means on your phone you need a Ticketmaster account. But let's say they don't have a ticket and they want to walk up and purchase a ticket. Where do they need to go?
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because there's a couple different things with our tickets. But yes, if you want to show up on game day and you do not have a ticket, we have gate counters at gate 1, gate 3, and gate 4, where there's a ticket office where you can grab you a ticket. But also, as Chip says, we are moving a little bit more digital. It's a ease of getting into our stadium. It makes the flow, when you have a physical ticket or our previous digital tickets, there's that barcode. And if you don't hit that barcode quite right, it could take a couple seconds for it to scan. So we've implemented the same scanners that you'll see at Nissan Stadium now, the ones that you see at Bridgestone, the ones that you see at Geodis, where you just walk up and you stick that phone where it has your game day, you hold it up and it scans you right in. It's almost seamless. It's crazy. But yeah, when you purchase your ticket online, that game ticket will pop up, and something different is you're not going to see that barcode. Don't be scared. It is a game ticket still. And you'll notice how much faster it is to get in there. And we do always encourage our fans to be clear bag conscious. If you can come and not have a clear bag, but your entrance could take a little longer for us to search your bag and go through it. So we want you to get in 5 minutes and less than that. Like, we don't like lines. No one does. So that is a big addition. Yeah, so that's going to happen. You're going to get in faster with better, newer scanners. And once Joe Fan walks in and scans his ticket, says, well, what do I do now? Is there going to be anybody there to give them information, answer questions, that kind of thing? I think this will be one of our most noticeable additions and one of the changes that we are the most excited about. So we are implementing something called Gate Ambassadors, and they are essentially your guest services. And something neat is they're going to be outside and inside. So when you see them outside, you won't miss them. They'll be in like a lifeguard chair. You can approach them if you need help pulling up your tickets, or if you don't have a ticket and you just want to purchase a ticket without going to the ticket office or need to know where the ticket office is, they will be right there to help you. But then when you enter the stadium, there's going to be a big guest services tent that you do not miss. And those people are there to direct you to your seats. They'll be able to get you to a concession stand where the bathrooms are. And something else that we really thought would just add a little bit extra, if it's your first time in our stadium, it's your first time coming to a game, make sure you stop at those guest services. Lightning, our beloved mascot that everyone loves, now has a little certificate that you can pick up that says, "This is my first game day, and we're excited that you're here."
So you can do that, and I think the lifeguard chairs are interesting because obviously that makes them visible because they're sitting up above the crowd.
Yeah.
So
it's something that, we've seen at other schools, and, you don't want people to be hidden. Like, if you're going to have guest services, you want them to be seen, and they're going to be there. And when we say lifeguard chairs, they're not going to actually be in the lifeguard chairs a lot. They'll be down there, but just so you know, that's where I'm going if I need help pulling up my mobile tickets or I need help purchasing. But along with those tickets, as you're walking into our stadium, to help the lines of buying tickets, there will be A-frames that will be along the walk lines where you can scan a QR code and purchase that ticket before you even get to the gate.
Oh, wow. Okay. So just be a little phone savvy and you can get right in. And tickets are a really good value. And let's first of all talk about just individual tickets, what people can walk up and purchase this weekend, and what kind of prices you're talking about.
Our prices, you can't beat this. We have end zone reserved single tickets. We have sideline reserved, but our single game tickets start at $18. $18 to catch a game.
Football game.
For a college football game, in the atmosphere and all the things that come inside. And also, we're running a promotion right now that if you go purchase your ticket today until Friday online, and you buy that $24 sideline reserved, you get a free ticket to our first home women's basketball game, men's basketball game, and baseball game.
Yeah, that's a thing that's been going on now about 3 years maybe.
Yeah.
That the home opener promotion. Also, just real quick, if you are a company, the Blue Raider Athletic Association member, the BRAA has 3 different packages, ticket packages that are available as far as season tickets. And write this number down, 615-898-2210. That's the BRAA number. They have a BRAA member sideline ticket package. You get 2 reserve seat football tickets and a donor parking pass. That is a $340 value. You get it for $300 plus a $100 Blue Raider Athletic Association membership. Then the corporate packages, there are 2 of those. So businesses, you want to treat your employees, here's a great way to do it at a low value. The standard corporate package gives you 2 season tickets, a lightning level membership, and a donor parking pass for football, and 25 group tickets for a game of your choice. So you can bring your employees or customers for that. And again, that is for $500. Then for $2,500, same thing, except you got your 2 season tickets are in the Hendricks Club. You have BRAA membership and a donor parking pass, and again, 25 group tickets on the east side of the stadium for a game of your choice. Again, if you are interested in those, you can call the BRAA office, 615-898-2210. Okay, back to the action. Joe Fan has made his way into the stadium, and he is hungry. So did I set that on the tee for you enough there?
Oh, you did. We are implementing food trucks this season. So along with our concession stands, with that normal hot dog, good pretzel, the things that you enjoy in a football game day, we also have some local food trucks that will be here for the entire season. There will be different options from pizza to ice cream sandwiches to barbecue to Mexican food. Anything that your heart desires, you can get in our stadium, and they will be along the concourse. You won't miss them. And then our beloved, which if you've been to a game, the cotton candy. The famous cotton candy is here to stay and is in our family fun zone. But something else, when you're up in that upper concourse, you don't want to walk down to get food. So we're going to have some stands up there now that's got your hot dogs, your drinks, your pretzels. So if your kid is playing on those inflatables, the basics, and you don't want to make your way down the stairs and you don't want to leave your kid, there's now a couple stanchions that'll have some food for you.
Good deal. So that's all going on. Of course, the Band of Blue at halftime, and shout out to them. They've been on the road the last 2 weeks as well. They were the full band was at Alabama. I call it the mini band. The 100-person band was at Missouri, and they actually went through some bus issues and still got to the stadium an hour before kickoff at Missouri, and have been the most loyal of supporters. So I'm really interested to get over. Normally I come over Friday afternoon and start setting some stuff up. So I want to see what head band coach has got for us this year as far as the halftime show. Have you been able to get any glean any information there?
I have.
During band practice, is it going to be good?
It's going to be real good. I actually was asked who some of my favorite artists are. So yes, our Band of Blue, is just beloved, and they're the most dedicated fans that I think we have, and the loudest. We really have noticed them in Alabama and Missouri. They've been strong. They're supportive. They want to do anything to help. But yes, their halftime performance, which will debut a little later in the season, which they'll still do halftime, but it's the iconic ladies.
Okay.
The Tina Turners, the Aretha Franklins.
There we go. That's a big enough of a tease. All right, to wrap up game day on this coming Saturday before we jump into homecoming next week, what's the last part of the message here that folks need to know about this weekend, and give them your elevator speech here.
My elevator speech is, if you've watched our men play, our student athletes who are students first, who are killing it in the classroom. But if you've watched them play these last 2 weekends, there's no reason you wouldn't want to be in Floyd Stadium this weekend. These guys give it their all every day. We get to watch them at practice. They are phenomenal students, and, they want that strong support system, and they deserve a crowd. They deserve the entire city of Murfreesboro to back them. I feel like they represent Murfreesboro. They represent MTSU to the best of their abilities. They put us on a national stage, and they don't disappoint us.
Yep, that's right. And so then they play exciting football for sure, and you've got a really interesting group to watch. So that is all this coming Saturday. 6 o'clock kickoff. Blue Raider Network begins at 4:30, and hope you'll take your radio to the game and listen in. We're going to take a break, and we're going to shift gears to next week. And it is the annual Town and Gown celebration of Middle Tennessee homecoming. It will be Colorado State coming in, but Beth Dye is here, and we'll be going through the entire schedule of homecoming. So sharpen up your pencil. It's all coming up next here on the Roundtable.
When you have fire, water, or storm damage, Farrah Construction can help. Farrah Construction is also there to help when a car slams through the wall. Call Farrah Construction and we'll board up, put down tarps, secure your home or business until the insurance coverage is approved. Call Farrah Construction at 615-893-6120. I'm Ron Hall. Shop local. Let our family business help you. Farrah Construction Company.
Imagine all the hits you love in one collection. Live it up with favorites like I Won! Did you hear me? I won! Or the timeless treasure, I just won $5,000! And who can forget the all-time classic, Look Who's Going on Vacation! Get your hands on the cash-loaded Hit Instant Games collection at your nearest Tennessee Lottery retailer. And let the good times roll. Only from the Tennessee Lottery. Game-changing fun. Please play responsibly.
Weight loss has always been a struggle for me, but thanks to Magnolia Medical Center, the semaglutide injection has helped me to lose 60 pounds, and I've actually kept it off.
Magnolia Medical Center can help. This is Dr. David Morris with Magnolia Medical Center in Murfreesboro, online at magnoliamedicalcenters.com.
Here at Bud's Tire, we make buying Michelin tires simpler. I'm Allison Mitchell with Bud's Tire Pros. We offer a straightforward approach to service, including nationwide warranties with every purchase. Stop in today to see our full lineup of Michelin and BF Goodrich tires. For whatever you drive, Michelin and BF Goodrich have a tire to fit any need. Bud's Tire Pros, hassle-free, guaranteed. We're located on East Main Street, exactly 3 miles from the town square, 1 mile past Rutherford Boulevard. Visit us online at budstireprostn.com.
Get ready to unleash your inner Blue Raider spirit and make some noise at Floyd Stadium this season. Lock in your seat with season tickets starting at a jaw-dropping $99. Don't miss a single snap, heart-stopping touchdown, or electrifying atmosphere. Snag your tickets now. Go BlueRaiders.com/tickets. And don't forget to take your radios and listen at the game to FM 101.9 or AM 1450. WGNS, the flagship station for MTSU sports. Let's go Blue!
Get pharmacy services with a cherry on top from Reeves Sane, Murfreesboro's hometown pharmacy since 1980 at 1801 Memorial Boulevard and at reeves-sane.com.
This is Lisa Halliburton with Bell Jewelers.
Tell us about the Pandora collection at Bell Jewelers.
Pandora is still very popular for us. We have a Pandora boutique. As you enter the store, you'll see a nice selection. We have some we call Last Chance that are now 30% off, so you can get some really nice savings. This is Lisa Halliburton at Bell Jewelers, 821 Northwest Broad Street, across from Toots Restaurant.
This is the Roundtable from News Radio WGNS on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, and worldwide at WGNSradio.com.
Roundtable on WGNS, getting you ready for the first two home games of Blue Raider football. We've been talking with Chelsea Floyd about all of the enhancements that have been made to the game day experience, and that all starts this weekend with the Murray State Racers coming in. By the way, they are 1-1 on the year. They defeated Presbyterian and then lost at Louisville a week ago tomorrow. So they played a Thursday night game last week. Beth Dye's here from the alumni office, and the last year's homecoming was, I guess, somewhere second week or third week of October. When it was over, when did preparations for this year's homecoming begin?
We've been working on it for months, ever since we found out the schedule, and we've been marketing to everybody out there to let them know that it's early this year, and that we're welcoming everybody home. As you know, MTSU, the homecoming celebration is what MTSU means to our students, our alumni, and to the community. And we want to make sure that everybody knows that it's early, that we want them here, and we want to play a huge role in supporting our Blue Raiders this year.
Yeah, the theme for homecoming is once in a blue moon. So I thought that was kind of neat. And of course, we just had a blue moon a couple of weeks ago, which was kind of neat. But there are things that are kind of going on under the surface. You've got on your website, that's kind of the clearinghouse for all things alumni at mtalumni.com. And if you're not taking advantage of that website, you really need to. There are a lot of things on there like nominating distinguished alumni and all the alumni awards. So that's all on there, plus the full schedule and a description of what's going on as far as all the homecoming activities. And the first thing that got out there is for kids. And folks who are not even alums yet, unless you just like to color. But you have the Little Legacies coloring pages so that you go on, you can click that, print it off for your kid, right?
That's correct. And we have our logo for Once in a Blue Moon on there, and the kids can go on there and color and bring it to homecoming with them and show us, some of the great, what they can do with their coloring sheets.
We're just over a week out. And the one thing that a couple of things that have to have reservations for or spots would be the Golden Raiders reunion, which will be next Friday. But one thing I want to mention right now is if you are a business in town or a group and want to be in the parade, you need to tell folks who they need to get in touch with if they want to have an entry in the parade, because you can't just show up on Manny Avenue on Saturday morning and crash the parade like in Animal House. But who do they need to contact?
So our parade is hosted by the student government this year, and they came up with the Once in a Blue Moon theme. And we have a link on our website where you can go to that link, and it will take you to the registration page and give you all the rules for the parade and how to get involved. So go to mtalumni.com
Good, great.
and register there.
Because it's not one of those long addresses that's got / tilde, all this kind of stuff. So it's an easy way to get to it. So if you want to be in the parade, go to mtalumni.com and click on the parade link that you'll find there under the homecoming tab.
That is correct.
All right, next Friday, September 22nd. You guys aren't busy or anything that day, are you?
No, not at all. We are so excited to kickstart Homecoming Week with celebrating our Golden Raiders, which is a 50-year reunion and induction ceremony. So we are celebrating the class of 1973 and welcoming our alumni back home. That'll start everybody checks in at 10 a.m. that morning. We do a bus tour across campus where our student ambassadors will give the tour of our campus and show them everything that's new, and lots to show that, all of our construction that's going on with the new engineering building and our concrete and construction, and then, of course, our new athletics facilities. And then
reservations are required.
Yes, they are required.
You need to call the office.
They can still go online and register, and they can call the office as well.
That number is
615-898 oh my goodness, I don't have that one.
We'll get it.
Yes, I'll get that to you.
Yeah, we'll get that in just a second.
One.
Yeah, but yeah, go right ahead. Next up.
So then we will have the luncheon for our Golden Raiders at 12 o'clock, and we will celebrate with them. And then we move on that evening to our distinguished alumni, and we host our alumni awards, and that is from 4 to 6 p.m. So for that is honoring the recipients of this year's Distinguished Alumni and Young Alumni Awards, along with the True Blue citations of distinct recipients. And of course, Chip Walters will be emceeing that event for us.
By the way, your phone number is 898-2922.
Thank you. I was close.
She had the twos.
I was very close.
Yeah.
I'm new to alumni relations this year.
That's right.
That's, I get
the Alumni Awards program does start. It starts at 4 o'clock at the Ingram Building, which is right across from the President's House, the old North Boulevard Church of Christ. And it's the Sam Ingram Building now. And I was lucky and fortunate enough to have been on the board of directors of the Alumni Association when we reimagined the Alumni Awards that allowed us to have the Distinguished Alumnus Award as well as the True Blue Citations of Distinction that allows more alums to be recognized, especially in certain fields like education, which this university started as a teacher's college. And so if you can, there's no reservations required there. Just come by. The other thing with that, on Friday afternoon, you can leave the Alumni Awards and you can go immediately to Textbook Brokers for a little shopping discount, and then pull into the Greenland Drive parking lot for the Blue Raider Hall of Fame induction ceremony and another great class. And that is all. You can go from about 4 until 8 o'clock and see a lot of great Blue Raiders, athletic and non-athletic, be recognized.
Absolutely. So there's so much going on that Friday evening. Also, later that evening, we are hosting the Black Alumni Society Party at the Walnut House. So that's always a good time and lots of people. That event sells out. So registration is also open on our website, and I would get your registration in soon for that event.
Yep. Saturday morning.
Yep. Saturday morning, we kick off with our Mixer on Middle, which will be hosted in our alumni parking lot off of Middle Tennessee Boulevard. And that starts at 10:30 a.m., where we will have Tam Clark, our famous DJ, who will start with music, and we have all kinds of vendors that will be there. We'll have Kona Ice. We'll have MT Electric with
grilled
their
cheese
griddle.
Sandwiches.
Those famous grilled cheese sandwiches.
Yep. I
can't wait. My daughter said she's going to be first in line for that one.
That's right. And Heather Mathis from News Channel 5, weather, she's promising good weather, and she will be my co-host.
Absolutely. We're so excited.
Yeah, that'll happen. It actually gets kicked off about 11 o'clock. And because playing a night football game, it allows for a little more. The schedule isn't quite as tight on homecoming Saturday. But, again, if you want to be in the homecoming parade, mtalumni.com, find the link to register for your entry into the parade. Then after the parade, from 12:30 to 2, in the Ingram lot there right by the Alumni House will be the homecoming tailgate lunch, and that's something that's been popular, for 50 years.
Absolutely. And the great thing, we are co-sponsoring that event with the BRAA, and we are bringing it back to the Alumni House. We are so excited that it'll be right after the parade, and everybody can come and join us for a great lunch. That's going to be catered by Slick Pig, so we'll have some yummy barbecue, and everybody can come back and, right after the parade, just have some lunch. You can still RSVP for that event and register on our website.
When's the cutoff for that?
The 15th is the cutoff for that. So that's coming up quick.
That'll be Friday.
But we will have some walk-ins, walk up as well. But we would love to get your RSVP in there as soon as possible. But this is where you can enjoy our Alumni House and the grounds and just welcome everybody home. The community is invited, not just our alumni. So we would love to see everybody there. Family friendly. We're going to have inflatables for the kids and all kinds of activities for everybody. So you just can't beat it. And then we're also offering a discount for alumni game tickets. So you can also go on our website and get those game tickets at a discounted price if you're an alum. There's a code on there.
That's secret out. If you're an alum, hint, hint, or whoever uses this promo code, alum2023.
Correct.
Alum2023. If you use that promo code, you can get Colorado State tickets.
And you need to follow the link from the website.
You go on to mtalumni.com, follow the link, use the promo code alum2023, and your game ticket is $10.
You can't beat that. And we can't wait to see everybody there, our alum, just supporting our Blue Raider fans.
The other thing that on homecoming, typically, a lot of the different colleges and departments have, whether it's a formal or just informal open house, for folks who just want to come back to campus. They're coming for the game, but I had my biology classes over there, but I hear about this new science building, and so there's a lot of opportunity to go check out the new buildings on campus, everything from the student one stop to the rec center, all the way across campus.
What I think about what's great about this year for homecoming is that you're going to have a full day's experience. We are going to kick it off with our Mixer on Middle, and then the parade, and then our luncheon, and then you have all the opportunity to go visit the tailgates that are out there. Walnut Grove will have all the activities out there as well. That starts at 1:30. You have Raider Walk after that.